I'm going to tell you the story about my reindeer. Would you like to hear the story about the reindeer? Yeah. You know, we have the reindeer up north, right? And they're in a big barn, and they have a big corral that they get to play in. And you know what they play? What do they play? They play hoofball. Hoofball? Well, hoofball is kind of like soccer. Do you know how to play soccer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The only difference is when the ball goes up in the air when they kick it, the reindeer can fly up and get it. And then they can get it and throw it back down. And it gets kind of tough because when the reindeer go up to get the ball, sometimes they crash. And they come down and they fly down to the ground and run and kick the ball into the net. That's how they play. Yeah. But you do? Well, you know what? Poor Rudolph doesn't get to play. You know why? Because Rudolph is kind of small. So he gets to play with Mrs. Claus. Mrs. Claus gets to play with Rudolph and kick the ball. And when Mrs. Claus kicks it up in the air, Rudolph flies up in the air and knocks it down and gets it in the net. And Mrs. Claus says, "Wow, that was great, Rudolph." And you know what happens? His face lights up and his nose glows. And red colors, yeah. And whenever he gets happy, that's what happens. His face lights up and his red nose glows. So one Christmas Eve, I was getting ready to go out and deliver all of the presents. And then you know what? Bernard came in and said to me, Bernard's my head elf. He said to me, "Santa, it's too foggy outside. We can't fly tonight." And I said, "Oh no, what will the children think tomorrow when there's no presents underneath the tree?" And Mrs. Claus said, "Santa, we have Rudolph." And I said, "Oh, Mrs. Claus, I don't think Rudolph is ready." Yes.
Rudolph can fly and he can light up.
That's right. And that's what Mrs. Claus said. He can fly and he can do the job. You need to talk to Rudolph. And I did. I went down to Rudolph and I said, "Rudolph, are you ready to lead my herd and carry the sled?" And he said, yes. He said yes. His face lit up and his nose glue. I mean, it was wonderful. It just was wonderful. So all of the reindeer started jumping up and down and saying, "Yay for Rudolph!" And Rudolph took us that night, and we delivered all the presents, and all the kids were happy the next Christmas morning. And that's how we got to have Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, lead our sled. Now, do you know that song? I think you do, because you sang it to me. You want to sing that song again? Okay, let's sing the song. Ready? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeers used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa said to say, "Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" And how the reindeers loved him as they shouted out with glee, "Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history." Yay! That was wonderful. Thank you for helping me in singing.